Hi, this will be a tough love video, and if the title alone already triggers you, do not watch because you are going to start to see a lot of messaging that is encouraging people to take an active part in their future. And if you feel like you are weighed down by your circumstances, which some of you very well are, know that these messages aren't for you. But for those who feel like they can still actively participate in the life ahead of them, kids, spouse, aging parents, and all. Like you feel like no matter what, I am going to create a plan and figure something out, then tune in. Um, I think the hardest part about life is accepting that when we become adults, even some of us before that, the role that we've played and the choices that we've made that will change our lives forever. And everything comes down to choice. So many people are critical of women who decide to be single, whether intentionally or circumstantially. They're single. And for some reason, society is like, shame, shame, shame. Barren woman, child-free women, shame, shame, shame. But those are usually the first ones who are able to take an active part in deciding the future that's ahead of them. So for a second, I'm going to talk to a single woman, okay? Because I was you for a very long time. Single woman, congratulations. Single women, congratulations. Right now, you have you have the top position in American society. Do not let anyone make you feel bad for being alone, for being single, for being unpartnered. Maybe you are with someone, but you've chosen not to be married. Take pride in the decisions that you have made to lead to this path, whether you have wanted to be single or not. Maybe you still desire marriage. That is okay. But just know if you are single in this present moment, you have the ultimate position of freedom. And my goodness, is it is it a luxury now more than ever? So when I tell you, you better take advantage of that freedom. You better take advantage of your ability to move freely about the world without having to, I don't know, account for so many other people. Now, women, we are natural nurturers and caretakers and not providers. I mean, circumstantially, we end up being providers, but many women, whether you're single mothers or um, yeah, just single, you end up always looking out for everyone else. But at what decade, what chapter, what season of your life do you fully surrender to taking care of yourself, to owning whatever it is that you desire and saying, you know what, I'm going to dedicate 10 years to learning how to become a master hula hooper and juggler on the beach of Jamaica. I don't know, I'm not going to knock your passion, but whatever it is that you've been putting off since childhood, I encourage you to pursue it, to dedicate time to it. You have the ultimate ability to do what you want. Be smart, you know, be smart about how you move, but be encouraged that you are able to move. My 20s were some of, I mean, I was broke, but they were some of my most freeing years. And Amoya, shout out to you in the last video. She talked about Albania. She was right. It's actually, if you have a US passport, you can be there for up to a year. I was there for yeah, I think I was there for up to 6 months, but you can be there for up to a year. So when I make videos on specific countries, I'll look up the most recent um, information. But yeah, Albania, you can be there for up to a year. And if you make even $20,000, I mean, I'm sure you do, a year, you can live comfortably in Albania. Whatever you are paying in rent, whatever your mortgage is, I promise you, you will slash that in half. You will you will understand. You will never be able to understand cost of living after you leave the US. There are certain things that I just cannot, that I will never again pay for certain things. Like cost of living will never be the same now that I know, like, yeah, America's a scam. It's a scam. And the thing is, we only know because I'm coming from immigrant parents, immigrant mentality, where you're comparing opportunities. So when I was a child growing up, there were more opportunities in the US. The US was just a different time. It made sense for my parents to immigrate to the US. And I'm so grateful for their sacrifices. I'm so grateful for their foresight to do that. And now this generation, we can immigrate too. And it's going to be for different reasons. We're not immigrating for opportunity anymore. We're immigrating for peace, for freedom, for happiness, for safety, for comfort, for joy, like for community. Our immigration reasons are so different, which is so wild. And it's a reminder that like every generation, things will completely change. And history doesn't always repeat itself, but it often rhymes. And right now, so another video. I'm a these unhinged videos, y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me. Okay, so single women, congratulations. You are on top. You are on top of the world. I really want you to celebrate yourself, celebrate your freedom, throw on some happy music and dance around your place because you probably live by yourself. You probably have a really clean place because you don't got to worry about picking up after people, whether little kids or spouses. Yeah, I just really want you to sit in your freedom and just know that whatever society has done to make you feel lesser than for not being partnered, it was all a lie. And it was to, yeah, it just know that I triple dog dare you to go to a country like Albania or Montenegro or Croatia, anywhere in the Balkans, and just live and exist and be by the Adriatic Sea, be by the Mediterranean waters, be by a culture that doesn't take life too seriously and but is incredibly safe. And if you even look up like Yugoslavia, they former Yugoslavian countries, they've been through so much. It's like a country that with that much and that much recent trauma, they move different. And it's a blessing that they are the way they are now because of what they've been through, a blessing and a curse. But I'm with someone who is a product of some of the most traumatic years of his life. And that sentence didn't make sense. He was a refugee for the first few years of his life, and the US was actively bombing his country um, in the middle of those wars. So incredibly chaotic. But you look at a country like Bosnia and Herzegovina, and they have all types of religions, all types of cultures, and they're so accepting and they're so relaxed, nonchalant, like they just go about their day, but they're so chill. And I think there's a lot to be learned when you exist in a culture that isn't constantly and actively trying to belittle other races, other religions, other identities. They just live and let live. And I think it would serve you well to be amongst people like that. Okay, so congratulations. Go celebrate yourself. You can exit the video if you want. This is the end of your portion. The next group of people I want to talk to are people who are partnered in a long-term relationship or married, and you are child-free by choice, and I could even include by circumstance. You probably have the next most amount of freedom to see. I know of people who they work remotely or they don't have to go into the office. And so they've negotiated with their bosses, like, hey, can I work from home? And then they turn working from home to actually working from another country. The boss doesn't have to know because as long as they're actually clocking in their hours and getting the work done, they might be working, moonlight hours, but it's time to speak up for yourself and negotiate work. It's time to negotiate your salary. It's time to negotiate your benefits and understand that, everyone tries to make AI this scary thing that's going to replace humans, but it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time to get to a place of human efficiency um, or human nuance. getting that understood by AI. That's going to take time. So understand that you still have power. And if you've been diligent, like I mentioned in the last video, about putting something away, not spending everything, having some type of savings, emergency fund, investment fund, a second home, like start looking at options to liquidate. And the book that I mentioned in the last video, Die with Zero by Bill Perkins, it's not about going to your grave with literally $0. It's great marketing that the book is called that, but it's more so about saying the healthiest years of my life, what am I actually doing to maximize my money on those years? If I know that every year after 35, my muscle density and my bone density decreases, if I am actively getting weaker every year that I get, obviously, gym subsidizing aside, my body is naturally getting I mean, you could say it's disintegrating naturally every year. What am I actively doing in my strongest years, in my most able-bodied years, to do things that I've always wanted to do? Hike mountains and kayak waters and skydive and I don't know, just fun stuff that are just on your bucket list. I don't want us to keep postponing our joy for an arbitrary date that we don't know is ever going to come. And because we don't know our expiration date, we have to be more urgent about the life that we actively want and how we're actively living and pursuing it. Okay, so with your partner, whether it's a 1 month sabbatical, maybe it's a 3 month getaway, but I want you to start teasing what it would look like to like take space away because I don't encourage anyone to pick a country and actively move there for life, like buy a house, set up shop. I'm talking about 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months at a time, just to see, just to test the waters. Bali, a place that I've come to, cumulatively, if I take the 43 visits over 10 years, I mean, you could probably say I've been here for 3 years. Um, yeah, with all the visits, I would say it adds up to a little over 36 months. Probably more than that. That's another video. Um, but every visit to Bali started like 30 days at a time. And it was 2 months, then it was 3 months. And it was just these, and then it was like 4 times a year, then it was 6 times a year. Like it just became this compounding effect where I was like, yeah, I need Bali right now. Like I know exactly what I get when I come to Bali. There is very little deviation from what I have come to see Bali as, which is um, it's a heart-centered place. It's my resting place. It's where my nervous system relaxes. It's where I have so many ibus to take care of me. It's where I can be mothered. It's where I can be a kid. It's where I can be a child. It's where I can tap into my inner child. It's where I can heal my inner child. Okay, so couples who have a little bit more freedom, couples who are already remote, couples who are one of them is entrepreneurial, one of them is a digital nomad already. Like this is really your time to take advantage of the choices you've made and yeah, the opportunities that you can pursue from them. Next up, we have parents with kids of young to toddler age. Mm, this depends. Okay. Because I know there are different categories of parents that have moved their kids abroad. There are programs, especially in Portugal, where you are literally everything is taken care of. They take care of the kids, um, all of the kids' medical stuff. They put the kids in school. There's daycare. There's like a parent community. Like this exists in multiple places in different countries. And I'm not going to speak to it firsthand because I don't have any firsthand perspective, but our lovely friend Google and our lovely, beautiful, incredible friend ChatGPT will give you all the links and tell you all the names where you could read all the reviews. But these programs exist to take care of all the needs that you could have with young children to middle school children to homeschooling children. Like there are ways. And for the kids that are maybe entertaining the idea of studying abroad, that is also something if they're coming of age. Maybe they're just now entering their college years where now you're an empty nester for the first time and you can prioritize yourself. You can Airbnb your place. Like It's going to take a level of creativity, sacrifice, and a little bit of compromise, but it is always going to be possible. And I don't want you to stay a victim to your circumstances if you have exercised optionality and you know you have a village and you know that there are things in place for the rainy day emergency fund like now. And lastly, aging parents. This is the one where it's like you don't even want to bother. This messaging is not for you. Um, we're actually in a situation right now. Stefan and I, because his dad, I mean, I'll let him tell that story, but his dad, his health has been suffering, on and off for it's been like a year now. So that's tough. And so that decreases his opportunities to travel, but staying with aging parents is absolutely a non-negotiable. You want to be as close as possible. If you are the primary caretaker, it's not even an option. So don't entertain these messages. Don't even click on them. Do not allow yourself to take in this messaging if you know it does not apply to you. More than ever, we need to practice discernment on the internet. If you see a title with something that is encouraging people who have the ability to do something, do not internalize it as your failure. Do not take it as something that, oh my gosh, well, it doesn't apply to me. That's okay. Not everything on the internet will be for you. And I need you to have that wisdom and that discernment to be like, okay, someone out there who's a single woman, who's a child-free woman, who's a recently married woman needs to be reminded that they can start their life abroad. That's who the messaging is more for. And for those who have those, whether it's the village support or the random idiosyncrasies where they have a dual passport and they actually can stay in another country for multiple years without any issues. They have people, they got family, they got an Airbnb situation. Like, there's a lot of creativity involved in living a life that most people could never afford, understand, or experience. And if you want to be in that demographic, in that percentage, it's going to require planning. Um, Talk to your financial advisor. Talk to people. There are people online that do this as a service. Google how to move a family abroad and like look for people that actively like there are people that do that for the country of Portugal. There are people that do that for the country of Greece. There are people that do that for Thailand. They're all over the world. People literally have companies that are made to help you in whatever your situation is, move abroad, move your business abroad. So it is possible. Okay. I say this with love, but if things are going to get harder, I need us to also get get wiser, get stronger, get disciplined, get sharper. We can't fall into a trap of victimhood and just throw our hands up and just say it is what it is. And I just gotta sit here and take it. Now, of course, it's not going to be possible for all 365 million Americans to to leave. We actually don't want that. Every country is not looking to have that. We are looking for the sophisticated, the intelligent, the dynamic, the open-minded, the kind-hearted. Like those Americans are welcomed abroad. And those are the ones that I'm speaking to. We are not looking for the racist Americans to move. So doesn't have to be a permanent decision. It could be a month, could be a summer, but just know that the options are available and you don't have to accept whatever circumstance you are currently living in. No matter what it is, I do believe there's a way, asterisk, aging parents aside. And I hope you're giving yourself just grace in this season. Things are going to be harder. Things are going to be different. Things are going to be weirder. Social media is going to feel more tense. You're going to find yourself unfriending and unfollowing people who are now acting different after this Charlie Kirk assassination. Things are going to feel like a little brand new. And I need you to buckle up and prepare for what's coming ahead. It won't be pretty, but we will survive it. And I believe in you. Okay. More positive videos coming up next week. Ooh, there we go. Check out this side is, I think, the creative Clarity for Entrepreneurs. This side is my channel. View both, go binge, enjoy. There's happier videos on the playlist, I promise. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.